Hello, happy Friday. All right, today is quick, their feelings, yours, and the next move, possibly this weekend. And I'm going to go through, I'm going to try and make it a quick one. I have a couple people signed up for super chat. So if you do want a question, you could throw in a super chat. But it is Friday and I won't be on very long. So, how is everybody? Hello, Bernadette. Hello, Angel, Anna, Bina. What is up? Did I say? Oh, Anna Kella. Hello. How are you guys? Hello, Romy and Rebecca. All right. Hello. It is Friday. It is hot. I'm in Florida. Hello, Mr. Jeff. And it is crazy. But we're still thriving and still moving and grooving. So, all right. 111. I'm going to start Aries right away at 111. Let me get the banner up. All right, Aries. Aries. All right. Let's see their feelings. You and how they view you, and then the next possible actions. I see a King of Cups. So I see a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right, and you got the Eight of Cups underneath that there. So somebody could be definitely holding back how they're truly feeling. All right, and the King of Cups is showing me somebody that has deeper feelings than they might be letting on. But sometimes they can withdraw, especially if they feel, a little bit overly sensitive about something, or just feeling like they need time to themselves. So let's see what they're thinking, their feelings. Ooh, the Devil. All right, so somebody truly, attached to you. Somebody got a Capricorn energy here too. You got a water energy. Somebody's deeply emotional over you. Right? Somebody feels really attached to you. And I am getting a slight avoidant energy, afraid of commitment, afraid to commit to you, but definitely feels a strong pull towards you. All right. So your feelings and how they view you, the Eight of Pentacles. I don't know if some of you are acting nonchalant or acting like, you really could care less, or you're fine, whatever, it's fine, doing your job, working. It seems to me if some of you are given the, kind of the disinterested or uninterested energy, it's working. It's working for some of you. It feels like maybe they're used to you chasing them or getting more attention from you, but maybe you don't even mean to, but you just seem to be a little bit pulling away, doing your own thing, kind of mirroring their energy. And I also feel like it's harder for you. It's just as hard for you to ignore this person. So you guys are not ignoring each other. You may be acting like you are, but you are not. It's like you both are trying to not be seen at the same time. You're getting attached to each other even more. So what will they do next possibly? And I see the Three of Cups. I feel like you have somebody here that might just be around, might be acting, might come around, might be kind of light about things and socializing with you. But what I'm seeing here is there's more going on beneath the surface. All right. So underneath this coolness, you have somebody stressing about you, right? You have somebody here truly desiring you or being triggered by you not paying attention to them. All right. So if you are somebody that tends to always show up or be there, and for some reason you've got other things going on, it looks like this person is questioning what's up. They like your attention. So I am seeing conversation though. So this is going to be a good time for you. You may notice this person is being more chatty with you. You seem to keep them on their toes. All right. So I don't know. They don't know what you're going to do or what to expect, especially if you're doing something out of the ordinary. Or you might even be just working or doing something. Something's coming up and you're doing something totally different. This person may be thinking that it's intentional. All right. So you may hear from them, get together. You might even be around them, and you may notice that they're acting cool around you, but they're definitely sweating things beneath the surface. Now let me get an oracle for some of you. I'm just going to pull one oracle. The person that's on your mind. All right. My love for you is endless. All right. So somebody's love is still there, still growing, and still attached to you. King of Cups. All right. Let's go. Happy Friday, KC. What's up? And Taja, hello. Dr. Mark, hello. Danny, hello. Barb, what's up? How is everybody? I'm glad you guys are here. All right, we're moving. I'm going quick today. Summertime. All right, 6. All right, Taurus. Their feelings, your feelings, what they do next. All right, Taurus. Person on your mind. Think about the person that's on your mind. I have the 7 of Wands here, so I don't know. Somebody also guarded, somebody here being defensive, and maybe you're dealing with a slight block, right? Or you just feel like there's some tension building between you and somebody else. That can give a, kind of a stubborn energy. Let's see your person's feelings. 10 of Swords. And let's see how they're viewing you and your feelings. The 5 of Pentacles. What's going on? Seems like, you're challenging somebody. They're having a difficult time with what's going on. And also, they feel like you expect the worst from them. They feel like you focus a lot on the problems in the situation. All right. So you may get somebody who is a little defensive right now, or maybe even fighting back a little bit. This is somebody that feels comfortable with you enough that it's like it's gotten to this point, but they may be questioning why you're always expecting the worst from them. What's their next actions? Possibly, I get the 10 of Cups. This is somebody who views you as very close to home, somebody that they really care about, even if it's just beginning or somebody you've been talking to or in a relationship for quite some time. They've seen a future with you, or they love being together with you, right? And the thing is, though, is that they feel like you always expect the worst from them, or, something's always difficult, something's always happening, something's always a struggle, something's always wrong. And it's weighing on them. So what I'm seeing is their next actions towards you is kind of frustrating. They love you, and they may finally say something and do a little pushback. It feels like in the past they may have been kind of like just letting things slide and hoping that things get better, or hoping that you hear them. But it looks like they're going to be loud and clear about how they feel. Somebody wants to make it work with you. All right. But it feels like right now they're just feeling like it's so difficult to get you to even trust them or believe them. And that's what I have for my Tauruses. Let's pull an oracle. Hope shapes your future more than pain ever could. So focusing more on healing and moving forward rather than the 5 of Pentacles is expecting things to turn out the way they have in the past. All right. Gemini. All right, Gemini. Let's see. Their feelings, your feelings, their next possible move towards you. All right, I have a 5 of Swords here at the bottom of the deck. So obviously, maybe somebody said something, you know, something could have went too far, or there's a disagreement here or misunderstanding. So what's their feelings? The Ace of Pentacles. You and how they view you. The Knight of Wands. Their next possible actions. All right. So you got somebody playing it chill. Maybe you can't read a situation right now. You know, the 5 of Swords does tell me that, you know, there's confusion for a reason, misunderstandings for a reason. You know, somebody may be contemplating what they really want and getting the nerve up to ask you out. You know, this feels like an important moment and they don't want to make the wrong move. It's like, and it's also like, I know I'm trying to figure out what I want to say to you, but I keep rewriting it. I keep trying to figure it out, make sure that this is what I really want. And, you know, they feel value here in this relationship. They see the potential in this relationship and want to make a serious offer to you, but, you know, it's like they talk themselves out of it at times, right? You, the Knight of Wands, all right, you're ready to go. You seem to have a great energy and attracting this person in, giving off a great vibe, and this person's very attracted to you. So whatever you're doing, they're very interested in you. They see you as somebody that is just kind of very confident and does your own thing and not afraid to be spontaneous. Now, their next action towards you, what they do is, it looks like they're just trying to play it cool and just see how things move. Now, you may be ready for, I mean, you're showing up here as the Knight of Wands. You're ready to go. You're ready to get things started, and you would went yesterday. You know, you don't want to wait any longer. But your person's still trying to play it chill and trying to see how things play out. I have a strong fire sign for you. Sagittarius here too. And it's somebody that's getting ready for something serious. You know, I want to talk to you. I want to, you know, I'm thinking about something serious. And this isn't something that it seems like your person doesn't make a decision quickly because they take it seriously. You know, and so this could even be new passion for some of you too. You know, I know you're here for somebody on your mind, but this here just shows me too, there's an opportunity around you as well. Keep doing what you're doing, because there could be somebody orbiting around you that's trying to connect with you as well, trying to figure out what to say to you. So with somebody on your mind, let me get an oracle. Together we are unbreakable. Somebody missing you, Gemini, also, and just feels stronger when you guys are together. And maybe time apart has reminded this person what you've done for them, how much you mean to them. All right, Cancer. Sorry. All right, happy birthday, Cancer. Let's do a quick read in their feelings, yours, the way they view you, and their next actions. All right, 9 of Pentacles. All right, so single and available, 9 of Swords. You know, your person feeling a little bit more anxiety than they're letting on. Somebody may be playing it cool, Cancer. Somebody's used to being on their own. Somebody is kind of quiet, spending time alone. So if you're questioning where your person's at this weekend, it looks like by themselves. All right. You know, sitting with something that keeps going on and over and over and replaying in their head. You know, they feel it deep, obviously, enough to be losing sleep. So this is can't sleep type of energy, something you're popping up in their minds, you know. But the Nine of Pentacles, a person's going to act all cool and chill and nonchalant about everything, but not wanting to be alone. So let's see you, the Queen of Wands, and the way they view you too. So, I mean, I feel like you're like, what the hell's wrong? What am I doing? You know, I mean, look at me. I'm showing up as the Queen of Wands. I'm used to initiating. I'm used to getting what I want. I'm attractive. I've been working out. Maybe some of you, you know, feeling good, feeling on top of my game. And they see this with you too. So they see that you're looking good and you're giving off a great vibe, but something is just not sitting right with them. Something that a decision they made, or something they said or didn't say to you. So what's their next actions? I see the Page of Pentacles. This person is going to, it's going to get so loud in their head. You may get a check-in. This is like a thinking of you type of check-in. This is I'm just kind of, you know, hey, did I leave that, you know, red stock that I have over at your house like 4 years ago for some reason? You know, just something random, you know, I was just all of a sudden needed it today, right? So you got that kind of energy coming in. And somebody, so it doesn't matter who it is, but they may be popping around you and just kind of testing the waters to see if you'll bite. And it could be somebody coming in for an apology too, like, you know, maybe I forgot to do something. I forgot to say something I wish I did. Or I'm afraid I missed my opportunity, because maybe you're going through some sort of glow up of some sort. So their mind, it's weighing on them, and they're about to break the ice here with this energy. So the person that's on your mind, I'm just going to pull an oracle. Your spirit blooms anew each time life challenges you. That's kind of what I feel with this Queen of Wands. Somebody is seeing you just light up. Somebody's seeing you do your thing. Somebody is seeing how powerful you are, how generous you are, and how active you are, and how beautiful you are. And, you know, maybe they're finally waking up. Love you, Cancer. Happy birthday. I see you, Tiara. Yes, go ahead and get your super chats in now. I'm only staying on for a little bit. Whoever signs up, you are first in line. You are in it. Questions will be closed probably right after I do Pisces. Let's see, Leo. I did do an oracle card. All right, Leo. Leo. Jupiter. I'm sitting here studying my own, like it's going to be in my 12th house. I'm like, what the heck is going on here? I'm like, let's see, your person's feelings. There's your energy. 6 of Wands here. Looking good, feeling good, being seen, showing up. You know, we do see ego. There's a lot of ego and somebody who cares what people think. And, you know, so that could be running the show right now too. Pride. Don't mistake, you know, this for not being interested in you. You know, it's like you're turning someone's head, you're getting their attention. And look at this Sun card, Leo energy all over this reading already. In the spotlight. You know, this is that kind of Jupiter and Leo energy kind of abundance right here too. It just feels like, you know, this should be a really good time for you. I mean, I know everybody's charts are going to be different. There's going to be all kinds of different things hidden, Leo, but you've got, this is your time, you know, in some aspects. It just feels like, you know, it's a good time for you to be seen. You know, if somebody's not showing up for you, believe me, it's not because you're not looking good or they don't want to. It's probably pride and ego. All right. So their feelings, the Five of Swords, they're not being honest with you or haven't been fully honest with you. They got something to say to you, but it seems like, you know, they just always want to be right. You know, maybe even they don't, deep inside, they might be afraid to disappoint you too as well. All right, let's see how they view you and your feelings. The Five of Cups, you're like, what the hell? You know, they're disappointing you with their actions. They're disappointing you because they're not being 100% authentic with you. They're being superficial. And this is one of these where you know there's something more. Why are they waiting? And to me, it feels like, you know, you guys are battling, you know, pride and ego. And both of you guys are kind of disappointed at the way things are moving right now, especially because you're very attracted to each other. What's their next actions? The Queen of Cups. All right, so what I see is maybe they don't move just yet. Maybe they only say something small. Maybe they give you a feeling or they try to let you know that they're still existing, they're still around you. But I can see a softening up. And it could be because there's some confusion going on between the two of you, or there's some distance going on between the two of you right now. And you seem really disappointed, and it seems like it's bothering them. They don't want to see you upset. They don't want to see you disappointed in them. And I also am getting that you may feel like you did something wrong, but you didn't. Right? You didn't do, and it really even makes them feel worse. The guilt is weighing on them. The Queen of Cups is telling me that let the guilt do its magic. Don't try and fix this or push this or push it under the rug or ignore it. Let somebody sit with something they said or didn't say, or you know, their own thoughts for a minute, because it looks like guilt's going to weigh on them. And if they don't show up just yet, if they do nothing, it could be one that they're waiting for you to do something first, because they just want to make sure it's safe to move forward. Right? But if they do move forward and they do say something to you, you may notice that they're softening up a little bit. You know, their ego, they may realize that, you know, their ego is getting them into trouble, right? Because something they may have said that really hurt you, and maybe they didn't expect it to hit so hard. And that's what I got, Leo. So let me pull an oracle. Think of the person that's on your mind. I am healing to love myself again. So I am getting a healing energy here as well. Somebody feels disappointed in themselves with the way they acted in a situation with you. All right, Leo. Virgo. Hello, Mr. Hunt. Welcome in. All right. Let's look at their feelings. Yours, the way they view you, and their next possible actions. All right. You have the Strength card. All right. You definitely have a very strong presence, integrity. You might even just be a strong person, strong soul, somebody that is hard to mess with, right? And again, that's pride and ego too here, you know, people really trying to maintain control and keep their composure in a situation. You got Leo energy showing up for you. But they may see you as being the strong one or being very strong. Like you got the Queen of Swords, their feelings. It's more about them analyzing you. You know, you've got somebody really thinking it's real, it's in they're in their head because you've triggered their feelings. You know, this is Libra energy. It almost feels like as soon as you get into a Libra's heart, all of a sudden they're going to start questioning everything. And so they may, you know, come across or communicate with you like everything's fine and, you know, but you can tell this person thinks a lot and thinks a lot about you. And the closer that they get to you, the more they're going to analyze the situation. And so just remember, Libra energy is coming up for their feelings. So to me, it feels like they need to analyze and process every little move that makes, especially if they start feeling deeply. And they're trying to look at, is this something that can last? Is this something that, you know, is practical for both of us? So how are they viewing you and you? Let's see, look at this, the 10 of Pentacles. So you've got something a little bit more going on here. You've got somebody that, you know, you've triggered feelings with this person that is getting them to look at future finances, home, living situations, how to work together, how to be together, how to get together, how it can work with each other, maybe even combining or blending families too as well. So this is a very serious feeling. This is somebody I'm picking up on who is pretty serious about you, Virgo. So they might have a cool, you know, kind of, Libra can be very chill and cool and everything's fine and, you know, kind of attitude. But you got them thinking more behind the scenes than you realize. What's their next possible actions? I see the 9 of Wands. This person's going to keep on pulling forward. And, you know, this is, I'm just going to say, if this person here, a lot is weighing on them. So maybe they do have a lot of responsibilities that's on them. And so if they do show up or they're making effort, I want you to know that this person here, you know, finds you worth it, because it does feel like they've got a lot going on behind the scenes than you realize. And with responsibilities, and they may see you as that break free, that somebody that will bring some sort of peace to their life in the future. So they're not giving up on this connection, but I can, you know, you may get some sort of physical gesture. You might get some physical work done. They might be around you. They might show up, you know, but you can see it's somebody here that's kind of exhausted with a lot of other things going on, but they're still going to make time for you. So think about the person that's on your mind, and I will pull an oracle and just get one more message. And I'm always drawn to your heart's light. So, you know, you really got somebody analyzing all the things that you do for them and all the ways you make them feel positive about the future. All right, Libra. Give me a second to Shuffle. All right, Libra. Their feelings, your feelings, what they do next. And a oracle message. All right, you have the Star card and you have the Four of Wands. So let's talk about a coming home. Let's go. You know, now this could be playing out for you. This is somebody that's obviously thinking about there's more to come. There's more. You're on my path for a reason, and things will unfold naturally. Just allow them to unfold naturally. It could be in time somebody's thinking about reaching out to you as well. But I am seeing here somebody that feels pretty close to you. Somebody feels comfortable around you. Somebody feels connected to you, maybe through family or friends, or you just have known this person for quite some time and they feel very comfortable around you. All right. So the Star card here is somebody really thinking about the possibility of you and this person, you know, coming together. And if you're going through a Tower moment, you know, this here says this person is still kind of holding on to the hope that you guys pull through. And their feelings, 8 of Wands, somebody really feeling pressure to reach out to you. They may have looked at everything from every possible angle, you know, almost to a point where they heard something, or they could even be traveling physically to you. But this is somebody here that sees possibilities and is probably getting ready to confront the truth of the matter. Let's talk about things. Seems pretty exciting and moving pretty fast here. Their feelings. Let's see you, the Magician. So you're looking good. You're manifesting somebody in. So this does feel like this in this reading. Like, Libra, you've been trying to manifest somebody, or you're attracted, or you're trying to communicate. You're manifesting some sort of communication with somebody. Now they're feeling this strong pull towards you because maybe you have constantly been fixated on it, or talking to them, or thinking about them. And, you know, and it's also one of these things too, is that you may have thought about somebody and out of the blue, you got somebody coming in and you're like, damn, I just thought about you. And all of a sudden you call me. All right. And so their next actions here, the 6 of Wands. You may get a DM. You may get, this is what this kind of feels like, or you may get somebody emailing you or texting you and wanting to get together, wanting to hang out with you. Somebody's feeling very drawn, very connected to you, very attracted to you. And, you know, I don't know, maybe nobody compares to you. If this is somebody from the past, somebody's still drawn to you, still very attracted. You have a lot of fire here, and you have Gemini, Virgo energy. So somebody here running, playing everything out. You definitely have charmed somebody. You may have said something and this person may have pulled back, thought about it, and now they're coming in. They're like, wow, this is a very exciting opportunity. You really sort of mesmerized somebody. Now they're going to come in, you know, kind of cool. Obviously, the 6 of Wands is somebody who's got pride and ego, and somebody who's like, you know, they're not, it's going to be light. It's going to be lighthearted. It's going to be, how you doing? But they're feeling pressure. They're definitely feeling some pressure to come towards you. All right, and open up. So let's see, Oracle for you. Think about the person. Your love pushes me to be my best self. That seems like this. There's something about you that makes this person step up and this person really want to show up. And it could be your physical appearance. It could be what you do, the way you work your magic. All right. There's something about you that makes this person really want to better themselves and show up. All right. So, like I said, they might act all kinds of nonchalant, but it looks like you really triggered somebody. You got somebody's attention. All right. Scorpio. All right. Only take what resonates. You focus on the person that's on your mind, and either the message resonates or it doesn't. But the kind of week we're going to have, and with the retrograde, like these kind of times are just sporadic, and it's you never know. Just random shit just happens. All right, Scorpio. Super chat, the stuff is linked to the top, pinned at the top. All right. Let's see, 37. I got to change the time. Sorry, guys. All right. All right, Scorpio. You have the Temperance card. So things right now, I'm looking at your person's feelings, I'm looking at yours and what they do next. And the Temperance card is saying just let things happen naturally. They are naturally unfolding for you. But the Moon card underneath that, it's like so many things are going on right now that it's hard to see the full picture, even in a tarot reading. It's like you just got to kind of pace yourself and see where it goes. It's one of these, I don't want to rush into things. I can't see too far ahead. You got to give it a little bit more time. Something is, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things changing, and circumstances are adding nuances to your relationship. There's just too many nuances, and your feelings may be all over the place, but it's easy now to expect the worst with this kind of energy. So really trying to find something else to do with your time while you're waiting patiently for things to happen, especially if your person is going through something or you're going through something, and it's just the pieces aren't going to fit until everybody's ready. But let's see their feelings, the Fool card. All right. So this is somebody that sees you as a new experience, a new opportunity. So they've been feeling pulled towards you. They want a fresh start with you. They want to see where things go with you. It's Major Arcana, the Fool card. You got me thinking, but I don't know. You came into my life and I wasn't expecting it. Especially with the Moon and the Temperance card. This is somebody that is also saying, I'm just playing it chill and kind of going with the flow because I don't know what's next. I cannot give you a solid label, title, guarantee of what's going to come. You just came into my life, and now, there's just no way to be prepared. I was not prepared for this. And maybe you weren't prepared for this. Like, maybe you're searching for meaning. Let's see your energy. Ace of Cups. Scorpio catching some feelings. And the way they view you, they're catching some feelings too. But maybe you were expecting, or I'm speaking to you because I'm a Scorpio, trying to put myself in there. But maybe you were expecting drama, intensity, something crazy, something, you know, and you got something kind of chill, you know, let's just kind of go with the flow. You got somebody whose emotions, you know, they're feeling an emotional connection with you, and it's definitely requited, not unrequited. You both are interested, you both are developing feelings for each other. But you have a person here that can't give you all the answers just yet. They don't know what the future looks like, and who knows where this is going to go. So allowing it to just play out right now and see what happens. Somebody really, maybe even for some of you, this person here coming back in here to open the doorway up again. Maybe in the past there was some kind of scuffle between the two of you because you needed to know what things were, or that's what I'm feeling. You need definition. You need, you know, to know exactly. It's that control thing that's been coming up a lot lately. Their next actions towards you is straight, direct conversation. You know, you can see somebody who also has armor on, though, you know, it's like, but it's the King of Swords. He's like, you know, I'm just kind of looking at things logically right now. You know, you've got my attention. I've got feelings for you, but I'm not going to be intense. I'm not going to, you know, even maybe even be that exciting, but still wanting to talk to you and wanting to communicate about, you know, communicate with you. So here's what I'm getting. You're getting somebody who wants to see, they want to see where things go with you, but minus the intensity maybe, or needing to know the exact plan of what's going to happen, especially if you guys have too much stuff going on and they are just now getting out of a situation and wanting to get into a situation with you. Now, if you're single, Scorpio, this is somebody here that's seeing you as, you know, a possibility. Like, hey, you know, maybe this is a new energy too. This feels like somebody that wants to get your attention, but they may need to feel safe first, you know, before they just jump all in. They'll come in and they'll play it cool, but you got a King of Swords who will not budge until they feel it's right. All right. Each small step carries you forward. So we're taking small steps. And for those of you here, for somebody, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, even in Aries, strong Aquarius energy, I am seeing that you're taking small steps forward with your person, this person that's showing up today. And that doesn't mean it's going to move slow forever. But right now, that's the stage that it's moving in. And to me, it feels like I really want to get to know you. Look at the Two of Cups here. You know, I just don't want to rush in. I don't want to make any mistakes. I don't want to regret anything. All right, Scorpio. Sagittarius. Oops, the banner. All right, Sagittarius. All right, their feelings, the way they view you and yours. Their next actions. I have the Eight of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. So even when this person's minding their business or doing or working, they're thinking about you. You're fresh on their minds. All right, look at this. Their feelings, Five of Cups. Well, it's real. And they may feel like they've disappointed you, and that could be why they're avoiding you. They know they need to call you. They know they may need to apologize or, you know, do something to make things up to you, you know. So you got this energy, the Eight of Pentacles. They may be avoiding you for a second. They may be avoiding you, but let it settle. Let them process what's going on. Right? Let's see you. Ace of Swords. Look at you. Like, you better come clean. You got two aces. You're both thinking of each other. And they're even missing you. They're just trying to focus to get, you know, on their work or their hobbies or whatever they're doing until they're ready to face their feelings. You know, but you need to know you're thinking something. You're like, just talk to me. And they know you're waiting for a response. They probably don't know what to say just yet. Waiting for the right moment is what it feels like. Their next action, look at this, the 10 of Cups. Coming on home. It may be spontaneous. They may invite you somewhere. They may text you and ask you to, let's go out. Let's just do this. So if they kind of vanish briefly or pull away, I'm going to say they're either feeling sick, feeling down, feeling a little bit depressed about something. Sometimes you just have off days, and I just feel like being alone, processing I feel like mulling. I feel like being a Scorpio and bah humbugging, right? So a little moody. They're a little moody, but it's not going to stop them from wanting to connect with you. So I do see their next action is reaching out and wanting to come back home or wanting to get together with you. So let the pressure of missing you or the pressure, you know, sometimes when we're down and out or, you know, feeling disappointed about our actions, you know, we may take a day or two and mull over things, but when that energy passes, it's like, where are you? And you see them, two aces, right? First response, or they'll respond to you if you have reached out to them. For an oracle, think of your person. Why can't you see, wait a minute, why can't you see my heart? But I don't know what that word is. Why can't you, I don't know if that's supposed to be another you and it's a typo. See my heart. You know, so it feels like they want you to know, or you don't believe that somebody really cares about you, or they don't show it enough, or they don't think you even see when they do show it. So sit with that. Maybe that's for somebody. All right, Capricorn. All right, let me get a good shuffle. I'm going to let the clock go for 2 seconds. All right. All right, Capricorn. Well, you got a 2 of Cups. So we're both feeling it. You know, let's talk about things. Maybe this next conversation is going to resolve some sort of issues or conflict that you've been feeling about a situation, because it looks like the Knight of Swords, maybe something was said, got out of hand, or, you know, somebody got mad and said something, and now, you know, it's like, let's talk it out. Let's talk about it. Knight of Swords can get out of hand sometimes. Sometimes sarcasm can turn into some real heavy blows. Your person's feelings, 2 and 3 of Cups here. 2 cups, 3 of Cups. All right, they feel you, but they may be trying to keep it casual, you know, keep it light. You know, maybe this is the problem. You know, we need to have a talk. What's your intention? Where's this going? What's up? Who's pushing at things? Who's moving too fast? Who's not feeling clear about the direction of the relationship? Who's feeling like they have so many questions and not enough answers, you know? And so it seems like you may get that clarity, but it looks like your person is, you know, I'm serious. You know, it's like you're dealing with somebody that wants to be around you and has feelings for you and is feeling the connection growing, and they don't take it lightly, but they also do keep it light at first, especially if they're catching this feelings like this. You know, they may be kind of keeping things casual, but they always want you around, or they want to talk to you. It could be a test. You know, believe me, I know that the word test sounds like screw people that test us, but we all, when you do some deep dive in, a lot of us have tests that we do on autopilot just to check on somebody, just to check where something's really going to go. But it looks like you're passing the test, going from 2 to 3, you know, but maybe, you know, things just, the wrong place, wrong time. We tried to have a conversation and it didn't go as planned. So let's see how they view you and your feelings. The 8 of Pentacles. So they view you as somebody who's very grounded and trying to keep to yourself and maybe not really bothered by it. They look at you as pretty serious and pretty committed to the connection. So I feel like this person sees you as a real, they've decided on you. They've already decided. You impress them. Maybe you're good at kind of pulling your energy away and doing your own thing when you can. Maybe you're giving the cold shoulder. Maybe you are being quiet because that's the way you get this person to understand that you need an answer. It feels like you need an answer. It feels like you need to know what's really happening here. I know there's a connection, but you know, maybe you're getting really invested and you're starting to need, I need things to be a little bit less casual. I'm okay with casual, but you know, if you want to go any further, I really need to know which direction we're going in. And it looks like you're going to get that, because the love that's showing up here feels like somebody sees you as just more. So what's their next actions towards you? I see the 2 of Pentacles. They're going to make it happen. They'll shuffle their schedule. You know, they'll become more consistent. Maybe there's a lot going on right now and you know that. You know there's a lot going on. If there's a lot going on, I wish I could cast miracles, but, you know, some of us. But even if there's a lot going on, this person is going to show up and tend to this. They're going to want to make it work one way or another. So how can we compromise is what I'm getting. They want to compromise with you. They don't want to see things. They don't want to see you mad or upset with them. So think of the person that's on your mind, and I will pull an oracle. I'm just kind of shuffling the cards, moving them around and pulling. I am healing to love myself again, and time turns hurt into grace. All right, so those of you with somebody specific on your mind, you have somebody that's doing a lot of soul searching and healing and has had time to heal. And this time between you and another person is actually healing both of you, and this could be a reconciliation with some of you coming in too. The hurt that you're feeling with somebody on your mind is going to turn into grace, love. All right. I pulled 2, yeah, because that one is... All right. We are moving on to Aquarius. All right. Good timing today. D55. All right, Aquarius. Hey, you got the Fool card. Hello, hello again. Somebody returning. Cancer, Aries, and you got the Devil. Aquarius, somebody coming in hot. You manifesting somebody in, they are coming in hot. Watch out for game playing with somebody. You got a couple energies showing up for you here, right? You got somebody that's seriously spicy, thinking about you. This is your temptation. So you know who this is. He's somebody you've been waiting on for a while. All right, so you do have a return. And the Fool card says on again, off again. So it may be an on again, off again thing. It's probably going to do the same thing it's done before, but it doesn't mean that you guys don't have a strong attachment to one another. But be mindful, the Fool can be non-committal. So be careful about jumping right back in. But I'm also seeing you've got somebody pretty focused on you. So I am picking up a couple energies here. Cancer energy too. So their feelings, the 6 of Wands. You're turning heads right now. They may play like they got it made, or they can have anybody they want or whatever, very confident, but they like your attention. They want your attention. They may do something or show up or even be online and just do something to get your attention. But their feelings, you definitely stand out above. You fascinate them. You look good. You dress well. They love the way you carry yourself. They love the way you show up. You know, they just can't put you in a category with anybody else. That's the 6 of Wands. It feels like you stand out above everybody else. You know, so there is genuine attraction here. There's genuine curiosity and admiration. Let's see you and how they view you. The World card. All right. You may be just going through finishing things up in your life, just trying to, put things together, get things together, wrapping stuff up, going through some major changes in your life. You're ready for something new. It's coming for you. I think this is going to be a really hot time for Aquarius. Somebody here coming back. I think you got a couple people orbiting around you, but one particular is really wanting your attention. And it could be, like I said, somebody that you are manifesting in, that you've been wanting some closure with. What's their next actions? The 10 of Cups. Right? So you have somebody that looks like they want more. They want to connect. And they're definitely, have thought or think about the possibilities of a relationship. So I don't feel like this one's playing games with you, but it is off to a new start. Right? I can't guarantee anything. But this could be somebody that's already circulating around you. I do see a devil coming back in for you. You are calling somebody in, and that devil could be somebody with an ego. That devil could want to see that they still have your attention. So be mindful of that. That is coming through really strong. And and some of you want that, but that does not guarantee that this reading, that the 10 of Cups, this person is really being authentic about a relationship with you. That to me feels like you're probably getting another same return, same game, same shit, different day. So be mindful that person's trying to pop in and steal your reading. All right, so if there is anybody on your mind, let me get another oracle. I keep getting the same one. Together we are unbreakable. So somebody feels the strength when they're with you. They feel more grounded with you. And they just feel like together you guys have been able to weather a lot of storms and get through a lot. And you guys you could be reconciling with somebody here with this. It's just, you know what? Together we do better. That's what I have for you, Aquarius. Love you. All right, Pisces. We made it. All right, Pisces. I still didn't make it under an hour. Okay, was planning on doing. All right. All right, Pisces, let's see what I got. Pisces, you got an Ace of Pentacles. So, I don't know. It's like, ooh, you got somebody sweating over opening up the doorway again with you. Or opening up the doorway. Somebody can't get you off their mind. And the offer hopefully is coming in. Look at this, the Three of Swords. Somebody's still trying. I feel like this person didn't realize it would take this long, or how long it would, it would hurt this much if things didn't work out between the two of you. And the Nine of Swords. It's like somebody might be really starting to see where they could have made a different choice or said something different. But your person who I'm picking up in right here is they're feeling this. They're waking up in the middle of the night, sweating, maybe missing you, right? Maybe upset about something they said, or maybe wishing they had said something differently. Your feelings, the Five of Swords, and the way they view you, they confuse the shit out of you. I feel like you didn't see this one coming. Something led to you and another person maybe having a falling out or disagreement, and it's still weighing, and you just don't know what happened or what this person, this person's really confusing you. So part of you is like, you don't trust the situation, but you're still hoping that something good comes of it. Something else comes of it. Their next actions is Seven of Cups. All right. So they will reach out. Their feelings are going to prompt them to reach out to you. You may get, I'm kind of seeing, vulnerable. You may get somebody here that just can't not say something to you. So if they're quiet right now, and just know that they're disappointed in themselves, or they're disappointed in the situation, and something's hurting them more, or if you're separated, it's hurting them more than they're letting on. But they know you want answers, and they know you want to fix things, or they know you want to know what the hell's going on. But you have somebody that's still so uncertain about where things are going. But for one thing is that they know that they can't stop thinking about you. And I see the Nine of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles, which tells me if it doesn't happen this weekend, because we're looking at the next couple of days, it looks like your person's really being pulled to make an offer or a gesture of some sort. You know, I thought I would stop thinking about you. I thought this would be over, but it's not. So that's what I have for you, Pisces. You've got something about you that keeps coming back to their mind, the way you make them feel. Let's rebuild what we've lost. You know, you both kind of questioning things, whether you made the right decision or not. And they know that you don't trust them. All right, Pisces, I love you. All right, so let's do the quick questions. Go ahead and get your questions in. I am going to put up the questions closed right now. I'll take one or two more, but that's it. All right, Rebecca. What's going on with my Gemini this week? He is in and out. Will he pick up communication? All right, let's see. Let me thank you for reminding me that. Let me put the timestamps. All right, so timestamps are in the description box. And all right, let's see what's going on with your Gemini this week. He's in and out. Will he pick up communication? All right, so Ace of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. So I am seeing this week there's communication picking up. But the Seven of Pentacles is underneath that. And so what's going on is still questionable. You know, it just feels like we never know where things are going. You know, but the Ace of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords, I mean, this is one still worth seeing where it goes. So let's see what's going on with Gemini. You know, and I see the Empress, I see the Four of Pentacles, and I see the Six of Swords. So there may be something financial going on. You can see that they're pulling back their energy. It's not that they're not attracted to you. It's a slow build. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, but you will see that things start to clear up this week. He is in and out. I don't know if, you know, there's another person in his life. Doesn't mean romantic, but if there's, you know, he's caring for somebody, nurturing somebody, or this is just about his own responsibilities, the things that he's doing. He is somebody that's kind of, you know, stubborn with his time, controls his time, does things on his own time. So you are dealing with that. It's like when they're ready, they'll open up. Right? But I see things smoothing out and things will pick up and things will smooth out, but you are dealing with, this is somebody that, you know, pulls back often. Let's see if I can get, and I got the Six of Wands for that. You know, maybe is this somebody that just throws themselves into work, into their commitments, into their, you know, do they travel a lot, go a lot of places, a lot of movement? But the energy, Rebecca, is showing me that what's going on with them is that they are dealing with a lot of resource issues, or their resources or their finances, or caring for somebody else, if they're tending to somebody else, a mom or a relative, or, you know, but the feelings for you and the relationship with you is still growing. I'm just seeing here that plans are stalled. Anything you should do? I see the Three of Wands. You know, and this is the same energy I said just a second ago. It feels like it's still moving and making progress and going somewhere. It's just small steps. But the Three of Wands is, you know, this is your card. It's like, stay open to the possibilities, and, you know, don't wait, but at the same time, things are working, things are coming together with you guys. Put less pressure on it and just open up, you know, to other things, focusing on other things right now, and watch it grow. So he prioritizes, right? Okay, so he does have something that he prioritizes. That's what I couldn't figure out what it was, but his time, okay. So with you, it's just saying, keep showing up, keep doing your thing, right? Because things are improving with you guys. It's just you are dealing with somebody who, I mean, you just said it, prioritizes his hobbies, his things. And so your value is not being met. You need to be a priority, even though you can see that there's improvement and that he cares, or that he's invested in some sense. With the Seven of Pentacles, it shows he's been invested. But what's happening is your value of time and wanting to be number one priority is not getting met. So no matter what he does do or show up, it's always going to seem like something else is coming in before you. Something else is more important than you. But in his eyes, he may not see that as true. He may be like, these are the things. Yeah. And that sucks. And then that comes down to, we have ultimate choice, you know, we can't change people. And if they're not willing to change, we make a decision whether or not we can live with it. Yeah. So that sounds about right? I'm having a spa day to focus on myself. Do your own thing. And, you know, keep yourself, the more busy you are, the more active and busy you are seeing he's still coming towards you, right? He's still coming back around. But when we're bored, we need more attention. When we're not bored, people will be seeking you out. You know, what's going on? Because they know that you're going to be there. They're not worried about you being there. But I do see things picking up this week. Sounds like a lot of people's story, you know, but I've been there. You get in a relationship and you think the relationship is going to change everything, right? You think that your love is going to change them. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes we mesh, we grow, we evolve into something else. But if you get in a relationship with somebody and you are already irritated with things that they do, or, I mean, that's gonna show up. It's gonna get worse. All right. Sending you love. All right. We got into a big fight. Will we speak soon? How's he feeling? You're welcome, Rebecca. So I didn't pick up anything shady there, just so you know. Just annoying. All right, thank God I checked. Because a couple people, I think some people showed up in behind the scenes, yeah. All right. Let's see. All right. All right, so Romy, you got in a fight. How bad of a fight? All right, I got the 9 of Swords. Yeet, you got in a fight. But you guys have enough feelings for each other. You guys will reconcile. Friendship, support, doesn't matter. All right. There does look like there'll be forgiveness. But I can see that, something was said that wish we could take back. It's your pressure, anxiety. We can only be when we want something, we can only play it cool for so long. All right, let's see the Queen of Cups. All right. You'll speak soon. Give it some time. Process what's going on. How's he feeling? Strength card. And the 7 of Cups. Maybe you're right about some of the things. You came on strong. You're attracted. He knows exactly what's going on. He knows how you feel. He knows what you want. And on some hand, he leads you on because he wants the same thing. You have some really good cards here, Romy. So whatever you said, I wasn't there, but I'm going to say that sometimes things need to be said. You can only hold back your feelings for so long. And when I see people who are connected to people and the guy is still there and playing the little I want your attention game, well, then too bad. They're going to do that game. They're going to get when you flare up, they're going to get served. But it's also our fault for hanging on to the crumbs, hanging on to the possibilities. So there's a lesson for both people. But I feel like you had to say some stuff, and you did. And it might not feel good right now with the 9 of Swords because your fear is thinking every time I defend myself, every time I speak my mind, every time I'm strong, I get rejected. It's a wound. Or somebody puts up a strong boundary and I lose what I want. So then we start to keep the peace just so that we can be secure. Well, that's not everybody's wound, but that's a big one for some people. And now you crossed your own bound. You let something go on or something happen, and even if whatever you fought about wasn't the real problem, underneath you know that you're going against your values on certain things, and you've had enough. And so that happened, and I think it's opening the doorway for some change. So I'm going to say with today's reading that even with the Two of Wands, and you got him, hold him, you hit him where it hurts in some ways, he heard you, but he cares about you and he's thinking about you. So he'll probably think about reconciling with you. He still has the Seven of Cups energy there, which tells me, though, he still keeps his options open. And that's the part that's going to legit, like, really freak you out, because a Cancer does not want to be an option. You are a possessive, even though you're a Capricorn. You're showing up as a Cancer, in this. You want to be the chosen. That's it. The top notch, right? So give it a little bit of time. I can see holding back a little bit. Both these people kind of hold back a little bit. He may have thought you lost your shit. He might be mad. Sometimes the Strength card is like when a woman loses her shit, it's, you can leave him questioning things, we can, but at the same time, questioning things, maybe his own responsibilities in this. All right. So right now, you will speak soon. I do feel like he knows you're right about some of the things you've said. He probably deserves some of it because he is playing a part in this. But I do feel like this could be opening up a new path for the two of you. So I would say hold back a little bit. Give it some breathing room. And what did you say, Jay? Not to be ugly for the last personal, but why the heck should he change for you? Not looking for an answer, just a guy's observation. Well, it's not just the guy thing, though, Jay. I feel the same way for women. You get what you get when you see us too. It can work both ways. And guys always like the pretty up front. And then when the real comes through, it's like we've got to put on a show, But I don't think anybody should change for anybody, unless, of course, we're working on self-improvement. I'm big with self-improvement, health, healing, growth, but if you're getting in a relationship because you don't want to be alone or you're making something work, and then this person is like not physically the way you want them to be or anything like that, and you want to change them, to me, that's a recipe for disaster. Have a great afternoon. All right. So what do you need to know first, and then whatever comes out for love? Well, and I say that because it happens to me a lot. People put expectations on me constantly, and then it's like, it's like, let me be me. Let me do. I'm not changing, Yeah, I don't know. It works both ways. All right. So let's see where you're at. Let's do this. I do see a King of Cups showing up around you. So there is somebody maybe orbiting in your energy. Yeah, I got two people orbiting in your energy. Compromise, absolutely. But there's sometimes I've been somebody that's overcompromised. So some of us need to do, you know, we didn't have an instruction manual when we were younger. We had to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. You have two people showing up for you. But also now I'm looking at this position though, the card is you. Getting your finances in check, getting your life in check, operating from a grounded perspective, you know, meeting your own needs, taking care of yourself. If you've already been doing that and you're somebody that's got it well together, you know, you don't need much from anybody, you're pretty content, then you're good to go. You're attracting a couple people into your life. If you don't have your shit together, looks like Spirit is saying, come on, what you procrastinating for? Gotta get, what is it that you want to change, want to work on, want to do? You know, get focused, make some goals, get it going. You want, what this feels like is we got to meet what we want at the door, you know? So we've got to be the person that we want to date. We've got to be the person that, if you're looking for a King of Pentacles to show up in your life, you got to be somebody who believes they deserve it or are worthy of it. You know, and I think that because people have opportunities all the time around them, but if you don't think that you're worthy of it, how are you going to accept it into your life? Because this guy's got money. This guy's got value. You know, he makes it happen. Both kings do. And so where are you settling, or where are you not, you know, where in your life do you feel restricted? Do you feel, or are you feeling 100% confident and comfortable and independent and ready? Because if you're ready, it's around you. What's your block? Get the Knight of Swords. Decision making. You going backwards? Who are you looking at? Are you very defensive? Do you get annoyed quick or offended quick? Or do you make assumptions? Like I was saying, are you making assumptions that, personal assumptions that you feel very, the world's out to get me kind of energy, you know, or nothing works out for me? And so you may tend to run away from good opportunities, or you may settle with people that are safer because you're afraid to get hurt. So I got the Queen of Cups. What's coming toward you? I got healing. Are you still needing to heal from some heartbreak, some disappointment from a past person? You have two people showing up for you. So I don't know if your focus is on somebody that, maybe you're being asked to make a decision about where you put in your focus. That's all I'm getting right there. You know, in love in general, I see that you want the whole thing to come together. You want marriage, you want an offer, you want, you know, and it's showing up in your reading here, even for love. Like you have a potential partner around you, and the dream can happen. But I don't know if you still need a little bit more time to heal from some sort of disappointment that you've had in the past with somebody. It could be about changing your perspective of the situation if you're trying to reconcile with somebody. It could be about, are you very defensive or on guard with this person, and emotionally, if you're hurting, do you emotionally like let go on somebody? All right. So you're asking me for love. I'm seeing change happens when we put something to rest. Something needs to be put to rest when it comes to your love situation, in order for things to pick up and change. Now I see a relationship and I see it moving forward. I see it accelerating. But you got the death card here, which says it's time to move on from a situation that is not going anywhere. Or heal from a situation and take a look at what's blocking you from moving forward. So two people trying to enter your life to form a relationship with you. One could feel there's some pain or feels attacked in some way, upsets you. And one might not even have come into your life just yet. It could be just orbiting around you. And that's what I have for you. Sending you love. Should I leave the congregation? If so, should I go to the planned one? Let's see. All right, should you leave the congregation? You got the death card too. So maybe it is time for change. I'm getting a yes. Yeah, you've been dealing with this for quite some time. And it just feels like you're mostly over it, but you keep hanging on. You keep giving it one more shot. But I'm seeing for you to venture off and try something new. Now, should you go to the planned one? I got the Seven of Swords, the Chariot card, and the Five of Wands. What's your problem with that one? I don't know. I'm not getting a very good energy with the planned one either. Like, I don't know if that's just you. You're questioning it. You're not sure if you trust it. But you're feeling pulled to go to that one with the Chariot card. Drama, dishonest. I don't like that. I don't like that energy that's showing up for the planned one. This could be why you're feeling hesitant to move on from. The one that you're at seems beneficial. It's got a good energy, but it looks like you've ran its course. You're over it. Yeah. The second one that you plan to go to, it's, there's something dishonest about it. I don't like that. Whether they don't preach the word honestly, or there's some conflict of interest or belief system, or you might not vibe with the people. I don't know, but I can't make that. I'm not there. I can't make that decision for you. I am seeing though that there is some discrepancy. There is some kind of negative energy right there when it comes to how you might feel about this one. Maybe you already know. You're not feeling like you're growing spiritually. I would check this one. I would definitely make sure you vibe with this one. And I even have the 7 of Pentacles. Do your research with it, because there's something that sneaky or maybe competitive. I don't know. Should you try an additional one? Let's pull. Is there any other one? I see a Knight of Cups. Maybe is there another option? Third option seems to be the winner, the Knight of Cups, if there's a third option. You got to feel like you're growing. You got to feel like you're connecting. You have to like the energy when you're walking in. I would say this one here, I would say go and see if you like the vibe, but you've got to feel it. You've got to feel comfortable in it. Otherwise it just, yeah. I would say for some reason you're getting pulled to maybe look at a third option. I'm sending you love. The right place will find you. Like I said, the right cat too. There might be a cat coming into my life too. All right. Casey. All right, let's see. King of Pentacles and King of Cups. Water and earth. Yes, tiara, water and earth. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, so feelings. Well, Ace of Cups, it does look like there's a breakthrough. Page of Swords. There was a breakthrough. You got an opening of the heart. And the 2 of Cups. So hell yeah. Ace of Cups and 2 of Cups. Ding, ding, next round. So it felt good. It felt good, really did. I don't know if it healed something or you guys, missed each other, or it just felt nice to resolve and to find forgiveness. It looks like there was some forgiveness there. Any intentions moving forward? Page of Cups. Look at this. You may have this breakthrough that you're looking at, but take it from an elder. You've wanted this moment for a long time. And so we just got to take it slow and not force things. If it's really going to work, we can't get too hungry at the beginning. You can't, it looks like you had some major big breakthrough and feelings are opening back up and it feels good to reconcile. Elder. Yes, I'm going to be a granny. And I'm just saying, like, sometimes things feel good in the moment. We love it in the moment. And then we want to jump in and we want things to be, you know, and maybe they will. Maybe they will sometimes. But I just am protective of your hearts. And you're the one that whenever the person who wants it the most gets what they want, there's such an immediate elevation of feelings and hope, and you lose your power anyways because you want something more than the other person does. So you give away your power, that you can get hurt again quicker and easier at any little thing somebody does. So I'm just being protective of your heart and saying, it looks like there's a breakthrough, but I would say be mindful. You know, just be mindful and slow, but opening up and seeing where it goes. And remember, you want this, but let them prove it to you that they want to be there. Let them show up. All right, I am done. Guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. It is hot as shit. I may go to the pool this weekend. So I hope you guys have a great time. Thank you for hanging out with me and always supporting my channel, and enjoying my readings if you do. You're welcome, Casey. QZ, what's up? Hey, they did my hair. I should have went live. I'll have my face back on soon. Yesterday was Blue Morpho. I did it. I did your reading, Taja. You came in there. Taja, you went in there and put your question in, and I did your reading. But they did my hair, and the other hairdresser was getting my hair too light at the top, too reddish. And this one actually, I wonder why you guys didn't see it. Misty, you didn't see yours? Guys, I'll take a look. I was wondering where everybody was at. I spent 2 hours doing all your questions. I did everybody's questions that were there that emailed me. I wonder if it's not listed. Oh my God. Maybe that's why why everybody thought something was wrong. It's unlisted. Holy crap. Oh my God. Guys, I am sorry. Wow. I just listed it. Oh my God. Guys, I love you. You know, Angel tried to tell me today, and I was like, nothing was wrong. I went up yesterday. Oh, it's up now. It was unlisted. I don't know why it got unlisted. We're in Mercury retrograde. I did all your readings yesterday. I was like, where is everybody? I was talking to you guys, and I was like, all right. And a lot of you had deeper questions, and I couldn't ask you any questions because you weren't there. And then Angel said today that you guys thought something was wrong with me. And I'm like, no, I was live last night. What the hell? I'm so sorry that there was this, yeah, that explains everything. I was like, there's nothing wrong with me. Taja, I know Angel said something and I was like, why is there, I started to think there was something wrong with me. I'm like, did I do something? And it is my immediate reaction, Cancer retrograde, was my heart was like, what did I do? Maybe I did do something. Maybe there is something wrong with me. That was me. Oh my God. I answered whoever sent me emails. And I do want you guys to know that some of the readings were coming out. I really needed to talk to you guys. So on Tuesday, if you guys have any questions about your readings, I'll fine tune them on Tuesday, because a couple of yours were sensitive, and I didn't have any feedback. So I don't want you guys feeling left like, oh my God, that was a questionable reading. I really wish I had, especially like Misty, and I wish I could have talked to you. But so if there's any questions, email me and let me know, and I will do it again when I see you. All right. So I really did wish that you guys were there, and it was a retrograde slip. All right, guys. Thank you for keeping me on my toes, and I appreciate you guys. I know. You know what? Maybe I can't promise anything with my schedule right this second. I was gonna say maybe I could pop in, but I can't promise anything. If you have any questions, I didn't get a promotion yet. We're still sending it out. Misty, if you have any questions, email me, and I will email me, because yours particular, I think I really wanted to go a little. I wanted some more feedback, and the cards were going, and I didn't want to go any further until we had some feedback. So email me, listen to the reading, email me, and we will go from there, and I will clear it up, because you don't get a lot of readings at all. So I will take a look at it again. But and I'll clarify on Tuesday, but if I can, I'll try and pop in this weekend at some point, but I just can't guarantee it, and I don't want to make any promises. I believe you're gonna get that promotion. All I can do is send it out there, and when I send it out there, I am sending it out there with love so that it happens, right? So it's like prayer is the most powerful tool. I know. I did laugh, Taja, and you'll see that I laughed. I laughed in your reading, and I answered it for you. So go listen to it. I answered it for you. I will try. I will try. You know that I have a few things going on. And so I'll definitely try and catch up with you guys over the weekend. But Taja, you had me rolling, and I did say something about it. It was funny as shit. All right, guys. Now that we figured out the whole dilemma, the live stream is up, and I will talk to you guys soon. And like I said, if I can, thank you. Thanks, Angel. Yeah. It's been a weird, rough ride. It's been you just don't, guys deal with grief. People deal with grief differently, and it's a lot. All right, guys. I love you. Take care. I love you. Thank you, Taja.